In today's market, the best young players in world football, such as Jude Bellingham, can command transfer fees in excess of 100 million euros, a figure very few clubs can afford. As a result, there seems to be a misconception that there isn't elite young talent at affordable prices that any club can afford, including the club you support. So I set out to identify the top 10 players under 21 years of age with an estimated market value of 10 million euros or less. Be sure to stick around till the end because some of these will blow your mind. At number 10 is the only goalkeeper on this list in 20-year-old Belgian Martin van der Vaart. It's very rare to see an 18-year-old goalkeeper starting in the first division in a European league, but that's how Martin van der Vaart broke onto the scene at Genk, and he hasn't looked back, conceding only 16 goals in 18 matches this season, keeping 5 clean sheets, and saving 2 out of 3 penalties. He ranks in the 93rd percentile for my favorite goalkeeping stat, post-shot expected goals minus goals against, and he was the only goalkeeper to be nominated for the 2022 Golden Boy Award given to the best young player in the world. If your club is looking for their goalkeeper of the future, Martin van der Vaart is the guy they need to sign. At number 9 is 20-year-old Colombian right winger Andre Gomez. He is a pacey and extremely direct winger. When he picks up the ball, he only has one thing in mind, and that's to turn towards goal, take on his defender, beat him 1v1, and take a shot at goal. He has an absolute cannon of a right foot, so he will pull the trigger from anywhere on the pitch. All he wants to do when he's on the ball is make something happen, and he honestly might need to be tamed in that manner, but that's not a bad thing. It will only make him a fan favorite at whatever club he goes to. Scoring 6 goals and 2 assists in 18 matches this season at €2.5 million estimated market value, he is an absolute steal for any club in Europe that wants to take a chance on the Colombian. He's one of those players that nobody will ever hear of until everybody's heard of him. At number 8 is 19-year-old Bristol City midfielder Alex Scott. And while there's debate over what his best position is, with many claiming that his best position is at number 10, he is so versatile that he's gotten stints at right back. To me, he is the perfect two-way midfielder, and one of those players that you might not realize all the work he does, but you would realize if he wasn't on the pitch. He has an excellent reading of the game, is extremely active defensively, but is also very creative going forward. He may only have 4 goals and 6 assists in his 2 seasons at Bristol City, but that's more a result of Bristol City hanging around the bottom of the championship than it is about his quality. He'll continue to build his pedigree in the championship until a Premier League team gives him the chance at the big time. If you're enjoying the video, please hit that like and subscribe button and let me know to make more videos like this. Back to the video. At number 7 is 20-year-old Argentinian left winger Alan Velasco. And he's so versatile that he can play either wing as a false 9 or even in midfield, especially that attacking midfield position. He loves to drop deep, get involved in build-up play. He's great at progressing the ball and creating chances for himself and others by being a quality passer. He recorded 6 goals and 5 assists in his first season for FC Dallas in a very physical league that's not easy to adapt to. He's shown that he'll be ready to make that next step when he's given the opportunity. And after FC Dallas brought him in a year ago for about 6 million euros, he could go for around that 10 million mark. At number 6 is 18-year-old Norwegian left winger Andreas Schjelderup, a player who has gotten 1,000 league minutes a season since he was 16 years old, has now had his breakout season this year with 10 goals and 1 assist in 17 matches. He's an extremely versatile left winger who can play the false 9 or anywhere in midfield, the type of player who can be molded into an incredible all-around player by the right manager. I see him using a mid-table club as a quick stepping stone to the big time. At number 5 is 20-year-old Brazilian defensive midfielder Pablo Maia out of Sao Paulo. He is fantastic at recovering the ball and clearing it. He's also great in the air and tidy with the ball at his feet, very good at progressing the ball and distributing from that defensive midfield role. I'd still like him to make more tackles in the middle of the park, but he's young and has time to learn. I'm sure that 5 million estimated market value is slightly low, and he'll go for over that, as every big club should be eager to sign him, as they're starting to call him the mini Casemiro in Brazil. At number 4 is 17-year-old Swedish right winger Ronny Bargi, who became the youngest goal scorer in Danish Super League history last year after banging one in from 25 yards. He has 3 goals and 1 assist in 9 matches this season, though most of that's coming off the bench, so he has over a goal contribution every 90 minutes. At only 17 years old, he's taken on the nickname the Swedish Messi and has all the hype around him. The 2 million estimated market value will probably be close to our limit of 10 when a team decides to take him away from FC Copenhagen. At number 3 is 20-year-old Bosnian right back Amar Dedic of RB Salzburg. He is a winger turned fullback who loves to bomb down the wing and puts in crosses. He is very similar to a player like João Cancelo because he can do that as well as play on the left side as an inverted left back, cutting in on his right foot and driving towards goal. He has recorded 2 assists in 12 games in the Austrian Bundesliga this season after returning from loan, and he has gotten experience at the absolute top level in Salzburg's Champions League campaign, starting every single minute of their group stage where they took 6 points from a difficult group including Chelsea and AC Milan. At number 2 is 20-year-old Swiss center back Bashir Omaragic of FC Zurich. And where else can you find a 20-year-old center back with 86 league games under his belt and Champions League experience? Switzerland brought him to the Nations League and subbed him on after he had played 3 friendlies for the senior team, a smart move by an experienced federation to capture a player with incredible potential. They needed to make sure that he would be a Swiss international because he has Bosnian parents. He even made the Swiss Euro 2020 team but didn't touch the pitch, which tells me that they think he'll be an integral piece of the future and want to get him integrated into what it's like at major tournaments with the national team. He still needs to bulk up a little bit, but that's relatively easy compared to other problems he could have. With an estimated €6 million market value, he'll be an absolute steal for any club that wants him, and I really don't see any downside. And in our number 1 spot is 19-year-old Ajax right back Devin Wrench. He is best described as a defensive right back who scores goals. Yeah, you heard that right, and that's why he is number 1 on this list. His stats are off the charts at both ends of the pitch. These are the categories that Devin Wrench falls in the 90th percentile or above for: blocks, passes attempted, progressive passes completed, progressive passes received, pass completion percentage, touches in the opponent's penalty area, non-penalty expected goal contributions, and non-penalty goals. It's actually ridiculous how talented Devin Wrench is, but what's more ridiculous is how Ajax continues to produce, sell, and then reproduce these unbelievable academy products. Decade after decade, it seems unstoppable, and this is the latest of the bunch. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I would really, really appreciate it. I will see you next time.